leadership skills, especially in NHS, that self-development, and good leaders are learners for whole life. The moment you say that, oh, yes, you can say I'm the best in the interview and continue saying, boost yourself. But the moment you stop learning that I'm the best, but I know it all. So don't say, I know it all. Say I'm best, but don't say, please, I know it all, because you don't. And your mind is like maybe terabyte or something like that, but Google knows a lot more than we do. And team development. So this is one of the again, very important skill. I'm not focusing on the interview bit over here, but I'm just saying that one of these skills should come into your, or maybe two of these skills should come into your answer. But try to develop those if you don't have. Team development. So it's over here, when you are a leader, it's not me, myself, and I, please. It's we. It's always we. Take your team on board for everything. Don't get so over here, strategic management, and then professional ethics, of course, and creativity. So aspiring leaders prioritize working on innovative skills and fresh and original ideas and outdated operational models. So change is not always bad. Change is most of the time good. So try to bring those and because the good thing about some, changing a process or changing a behavior is that you can always revert to original if that doesn't work, or back to, reset yourself a button. But but innovative skills are very important these days, especially, digitalizations and whatnot, AI, and DeepSeek versus Chat GPT. If anyone doesn't know that, that is taking internet by storm for past 2 days. So simple things can take over very highly innovative processes. So, and don't say that, okay, I'll go in my office, diagnose 20 cases, and come back home and or do my one MDT, and that my work is done. No, you should try to contribute. You have got the most, I would say, fascinating thing in the world is human brain. So use that, please. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep it for a rainy day. Okay, so how do you ensure that your team delivers quality work within specific time or in frame? So they can ask you something like that also. So it won't be it might be a direct question in the interview. It might be something like that. So you can just give an outline, so keep certain examples for the project, for the process, and for your leadership style. So 2-3 things. And if you say leadership style, lead by example, you can always give an example of a process or a project where you led. You started the thing, and then you, like we are doing LIMS implementation in our department these days. And yes, I'm a digital lead and I'm doing the, the major thing. But one of the other consultants, she's completely with me on board. So how to do that? Now we are co-leading kind of that thing. So always take your team member where you require help, because I thought that only one person can't be take. Why I requested another person to be on board, that if one person is training as a super user only, and God forbid, if I get ill or sick, or I said okay, ill and sick together. So, or if something urgent or emergent happens, so we have got a time frame to implement that LIMS. I just thought that no, one person shouldn't be there. There should be multiple people wherever you are putting a new process who know the process. So it shouldn't be that one person know it all and other people have no idea in the team. That is not a good leadership skill at all. Even if you are not a leader on that, you need to be on board, collaborate, communicate, then you can have the results. So keep your examples, keep these skills in your examples, please. And then how to motivate an underperforming team member. Sometimes it happens. This can be asked that in the interview that you see that one of the persons is not taking the full load, or they are underperforming, or they are coming late, or they are something like that. So this is a very common interview question. How do you, focus on that? So underperformers, if it is an underperformer, if it is a latecomer, then you have to ask them, then you have to ask, maybe it's a personal issue or something, maybe it's a temporary, maybe it's a habitual. So if it is habitual, then CPR. If it is temporary, then you can deal. So, but give examples, one or two, keep in mind to, say it in the interview. And give, sometimes, again, people suffer from some blocks, or suffer from sometimes laziness, or sometimes, you have professionally, you have some challenges that stop them from giving their best. So try to again get the other person's perspective. What is the other person's perspective? You can give example for interview again, and you can give your thing, implement it in your day-to-day life also. And try to implement at your workplace. Try to implement these things at your home. And they say that, I don't know whether it was Newton or Einstein, if anyone can remind me, that their teacher in primary school, they wrote that he's pathetic, and he's something like that, and very negative feedback, very negative, and I don't think him that he can go further in schooling and this one. And they say that their mother hit the letter, and they became one of the most successful. Either it was Einstein or Newton, I don't know, I don't remember exactly. If anyone can remind me, if the mother had given that feedback to the kid, it might have been devastating for them. So they say that average intelligence is our IQ. Now EQ is given more importance, emotional intelligence, or emotional quotient. That IQ is average is more than 100 for all of us. Few of us are outstanding. Most of us are like 1920. I've translated in from my own language. So they're very close to each other. So how to motivate an underperformer, and or a latecomer, or so try to go for their personal, dig out. Then if it is a chronic issue, and then what change, and anticipate future needs, and ability to motivate, support, and develop people. And cohesion, there should be team cohesion in team. So yes, we sometimes, we do have some team members which are not very on the same road, I would say. They take a different road less traveled. So try to make them inclusive in your team. And then next time, hopefully, I will do that inclusion, diversity, and that type of questions. And those are mandatory for most of the trusts now to ask. And the people who are IMGs, or from different countries, not from England, sometimes they struggle. And these are one of the most common questions. Even people are giving interviews from here. I have seen the people struggle on this a lot. Inclusion, equality, and diversity. So 5 key qualities of a good leader: communication skills, and this is on the right. This is a word cloud, and I will do one on presentation skills also. Let's see. So you can make word clouds from the internet. So once you are doing NHS presentation, you can just put up some words, and it will bring up as per the question. So I'll deal with that when I do the NHS interview presentation skills. And then examples again, tell me a time when you have shown, it could be a question like something like that. So decisive action in face of adversity, inner values should align with the trust values. Action, I organized a meeting, marketing. This was a general, from the marketing company. But I really liked, why action is that organized meeting with other members. It was similar to what I was saying about interdepartmental case consultation. So sign up, if you remember, I gave you the example that 67% or something like reduced cases were going for the second opinions. And financially, it was very good. And professionally, it was very good for us. So it really reminded me of that. So I kept it over there. That it's not only the STAR technique is not only for NHS interview. The leadership skills are not only for NHS interview. Yes, I'm doing this webinar for NHS interview, but this is this has got very wide implementation. So what are the different leadership qualities, and what is the definition of medical leader? That why, again, I would say that why, because we are dealing with patients and we are dealing with human beings and we are dealing with lives. So I think that makes us more stressed up. That makes us more, we should be having much, much higher value and higher morals. I think we do have. I have seen, I have no offense to non-medical people, but most of the medical, if you are, someone who is doing a job in NHS or job in hospital or job in related to healthcare, by any means, you are more compassionate. We are more compassionate, literally. So confidence, integrity, and morals, very important. Communication skills, empathy. Try to be empathetic with your team members. Courage, decisiveness. Sometimes you have to be a bit assertive. Sometimes you have to be not aggressive, but it's assertive. And so sometimes, they can ask you pressure time. They might not ask in this way, but how to get things done in a timely manner. How do you prioritize your work? These kind of questions also can come. So you can give an example that I had to complete this, and then you see the situation and task is there, and then action is so long that I scheduled all the data collection and diary tasks, and then I delegated some of the tasks. But over here, please don't use the word delegate a lot. Just few things, but you can't really delegate if you are doing it I. So you have to be apart from team working questions over here, because they are asking how you managed, not how your team managed. So you have to tell about yourself only. And then about a decision which you made objectively despite having personal opinions. So this is again an actual kind of example in which it's not related to my lab, but I saw it in one of the neighboring cities. So it was that microtomy and automated microtomy. So they were asking for that, and we were very skeptical about that. That auto microtomy sections will not be gone or something like that. So we had some personal opinions, or the training will take long time, or the blocks might melt while using that automated machine. And what's the use only if it is just cutting certain sections and those things. So despite initial reservations and despite personal opinions, people. So I have put it example for myself, although it was for a certain colleague, but I had this experience of observing that. Okay, so stressful situation, the burnout phenomena is very, very common. I think day before yesterday, there was a news that 78% of healthcare force say that they are experiencing stress, and they think that either they are having the burnout symptoms, or they think they will have in near future. So how to manage your stress? and what are your coping skills? So this question again could be a very common questions, one of the common questions which can be asked these days. So identify the stress and emotional awareness. And what's burnout? It's a state of physical and emotional exhaustion that you just, you are completely exhausted with the situation. So how to deal with the stress, and everyone will feel. Again, if someone says, no, I'm not stressed at all, that is, they are not telling the truth. And but some people feel stress slightly more, and some people are not able to express. So how to do that and how to express it in your interview? That yes, we all, so you can, punchline. What is the punchline that you can say? That burnout, we know that burnout is a state of this exhaustion, and keeping the current NHS situation and healthcare situation worldwide, because there are workload issues, staffing issues, then specimen types, and for us as histopathologists, and complexities ever increasing. So yes, why won't we be stressful? And how do you deal with that? Then you can just give them that. Uh, uh, Again, this is a very good strategy for your personal life also, not only for NHS interview. That keep a stress diary, plan your time, and then practice mindfulness. 5 minutes of this early morning mindfulness will give you clarity for the whole day. And make lifestyle changes. If you are, having extra sugary things, even if you have got sweet tooth, try to have that less. Be physically active. Look after your physical health. Get enough sleep and manage your money. This is also very important, because finances are one of the major cause of stress, not only in healthcare, but otherwise after COVID and after this inflation and everything. Get practical advice. And so that's what you can answer, make a concise thing. And if they are asking you a general question, that how do you manage stress on day-to-day basis, you can give a general answer. If they ask about a specific situation that you were stressed, then articulate your answer as per the need. And then acknowledge limitations, that we are, again, human beings. Talk to others, open communication with managers. Don't always moan and complain to your managers, but if you are thinking that things are going out of your hand, then you can, talk to them. Identify and prioritize tasks, be more sociable, developing friendship with people at work. And because this is again very important, that we are spending much time at work. So important to have friendships over there. Take breaks, take a step back. Thank you very much, everyone. And this one is, I did it in